Well, you don't see this every day. They're lining up for an onside kick on the opening kickoff. They're going to get on top of it, and the onside kick is successful. Running inside. It's done. Breaks into the open. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Finding some room. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Straight ahead, it's done. Just smothered on the play.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. Here comes the heat. Complete to the left. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike, and we've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last 4th down there.
They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
Remember, they went for it on 4th down to stay on the field. They wanted to be aggressive, and now they get to pay it off, scoring a touchdown. Really nice job. It's always a massive gamble as a head coach taking those risks, but when you've got an offense like this, that really wasn't that tough of a decision.
And I think defensively, that kind of takes the wind out of your sails. Like, you get so excited. You force the 4th down, maybe a punt, maybe a field goal, whatever it is. I'm going to get off the field, and then they get it. And they finished with this drive together. You're right. Circle that 4th down. That was a big one.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. This should be the last play of the quarter. Sticks it in his belly. Crosses the 30. At the 45 on his way. Speeding down the left side. Inside to the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. Run it with the fullback. Into the end zone for the two-point conversion, and with that, they take the lead. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. As we get a look at the stats. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Delivers the stiff arm. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Trying to make magic with his feet. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
He locked up and held on to bring him down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
Ball spotted at the 29. Here they come on 3rd and short. Trying to slip through and pick it up. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. And the Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. Gets the back moving. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And midfield, he's got room. They run him out of bounds after a gargantuan gain on the play.
And you gotta lock in on your keys. When they run this kind of offense and they do the replays, somebody has to account for the quarterback, and they forgot who that was, and he made them pay with a big play.
It's one thing to get that huge play. Now you got to cash it in with 6. 1st and 10 from the 24. Sells the run, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Out wide right, it's Fleming. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense.
Beck's going for the goal line. And he charges across the line. Touchdown, Wolverines!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense, man. Late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution of the drive by that offense.
Going for 2 here to try to make the lead 7. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. These two-point conversions are tricky enough. You don't want to add to the degree of difficulty by backing up 5. And perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Plows through the defense. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies behind the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
The Irish might opt to take a shot here on 2nd and inches. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Got an alley. Oh, it gives him the tough stiff arm. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Yeah, and this offense is built behind this guy. I mean, a guy that you can hand the football to consistently and expect positive yards all day long, all game long. Now he's over 100 yards on the day.
The offense sets up shop at the 46 on 1st down. Moving the pocket, it's Harrington. Rushes on. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming, and there it is. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And guys, he just didn't get outside the tackle box. You can't throw it away like that. 2nd and long after the grounding call. Looking downfield, and time is running short. He lets one fly deep. Intercepted deep in his own end. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
And that's the problem when you're living in 2nd and long situations. Sometimes the quarterbacks feel like they just got to go get it all back in one throw. That's what he was trying to do on that one. He forced it into traffic, and the defense made him pay, coming up with a huge interception.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? First play of this drive. Under pressure. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Not always the O-line. Sometimes those receivers want to get a jump on the snap count, and they'll move them back. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move them back. And just some general sloppiness from the offense with a false start will back them up 5 at 2nd and long. Looking downfield very late in the half.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Takes the handoff. It's done. They make the stop. It'll be 4th down. The defense does have a timeout to use if they want to try to put up points before the half. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. The Wolverines will line up to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Wants to throw. It's Harrington. Gonna let it fly. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. Ready to go here in the second half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. He'll bring it back looking for help. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Stopped again, and at least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Finds a man in the middle. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm thinking about chipping this defensive end with running backs. I'm leaving my tight ends in to help this tackle because we cannot block him. He's already got 2 sacks.
Offensive line needs to clean it up. Sack on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
For this defense, man, to get back into the game, we talked about it at half. They got to pressure the quarterback. They got to force some sacks, and they do it. On this first drive, they get to him. They get him on the ground. Nice job by this defense.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. They'll go to the fullback. Turning it on. He's at the 40. Big play on that one as he works his way all the way to the 28-yard line.
Who doesn't like watching a guy that's not very fast run a really long way? And that's what you just saw. That was really fun. A guy that's usually slamming his head up against linebackers time and time again takes the rock, goes way down the field, and it took a long time, by the way. I think I charted that. That was about 15 seconds it took him to go 40-plus yards. But the big fella says, I'll take the yards.
Powers through the defender. He's got the first down. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. The give to the fullback. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Let's be honest, Reese. Like, the only time the fullback gets the football is usually in short yardage situations, and the defense was locked in. You got to try to get penetration with that defensive line. They did a good job of it. Nowhere to go with the football for the big fella.
Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. Making the adjustment. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Tight game like this one late, and those types of mistakes can just crush you. Let's see what they've got on 3rd and long. To the air, it's Harrington. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And finally the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect it.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Extending the play. Headed to the end zone. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done.
You got to keep drives alive late in the game. When you're starting to get in the 4th quarter and it's a 1-score game, you got to do whatever you can as that quarterback to scramble around, get extra plays, extra first downs. Really nice job there by the QB.
And this is almost certainly 4-down territory, down 6, and needing a touchdown in the point at touchdown Notre Dame! And they take it in for 6 more points. Just an extra point away from taking the lead late. And he knocks it through, and they take the lead. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Fielded in the end zone. It's Smith. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Finds a crease. It's done. Shows him the stiff arm. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
All right, you're at a point in the game now where you've got to go. You need to get down the field and score points. I'm all for running the football, but in this part of the field, you now got to start kicking it into overdrive, start taking some shots and gaining up some yards.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, looking to throw. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
And you can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
He's brought down, couldn't find anybody and get rid of the football, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on 4th down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
Fullback's got it. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Irish!
That is how it's done. Great job by this offense. And because of the score and the time, you kick the extra point because you're going to make them go down the field, have to score, and get a 2-point conversion to tie this football game. Great drive by this offense.
And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the 4th. Fielded in the end zone, it's Smith. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Snap on first down, wants to throw. They go to the wide receiver screen. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Had to force that one.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Timeout call by the offense. 24 seconds left on the clock. And here we go. Down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. He's loose down the left side. Steps into the end zone for a touchdown, and man, oh man, time was about to run out on him, and now they need the 2-point conversion to tie.
They got the touchdown, guys, but I don't know if they're going to be able to even get a playoff after this onside kick attempt. If they recover it, they're going to have to do it super quick to give themselves a chance for the Hail Mary into the end zone to win.
And guys, as big as that touchdown was, they have to try to pay it off with a 2-point try to tie the game. And the defense swarms him under the 2-point attempt is stopped, and so too is the attempt to tie the game. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. Here's the situation. First, they have to recover the onside kick, then maybe time for a play or two. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move them back. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. And the quarterback takes a knee. For now, until whenever these two decide to play again, that golden dome will sparkle a little brighter as Notre Dame claims bragging rights over Michigan. That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.